What happens when you believe you can have it all? Friends, freedom, and fun without consequences. What if you thought balancing everything would be easy, only to realize too late that you were blind to the cost? And what if, in the end, you found yourself alone, without anyone who truly saw you for who you are? This is a story of what happens when the world stops taking you seriously. When you're left questioning your choices, your relationships, and even your own identity. I always believed I was in control. After all, isn't that what we're taught? Growing up, I learned to be independent, strong, and capable. I didn't need validation from anyone, and I certainly wasn't going to let someone else dictate how I lived my life. That mindset extended to my friendships, especially with guys. People could talk, they could whisper about how close I was with my guy friends, but I didn't care. I was a confident woman, a free spirit, and I made my own choices. What harm could there be in having a tight-knit group of guy friends? At first, it all seemed harmless. My guy friends were my support system. Fun, easy to talk to, and always there for me. My boyfriend, though he occasionally raised an eyebrow, never tried to control me. That was normal, wasn't it? Relationships are built on trust, and I thought we had that. He had his friends, I had mine, and we balanced it all. But cracks started to form. Subtle at first, almost invisible, like hairline fractures in glass. It began with small moments. My boyfriend would ask about my plans, and I'd casually mention I was hanging out with one of my guy friends. He'd smile, but his expression would linger, like he was searching for something unsaid. First I ignored it. I told myself it was fine. Then, the questions became more frequent. Who are you meeting? When will you be back? How long will you be out? I mistook it for care, for affection. But soon it felt like something else, something heavier. A constant pressure, an unspoken weight pressing down on me. And instead of acknowledging it, I resisted. I refused to change. I can't give up my guy friends, I told him. They're my friends, and nothing will change that. To me, it was a statement of independence, a declaration of self. I wasn't going to compromise myself for anyone, not even the person I loved. But what I didn't realize was that this wasn't just about me. My refusal to see the cracks, my insistence on keeping things the same, was slowly isolating me. Not just from him. From everyone. First it was subtle. My other friends, both guys and girls, began to pull away. The ones I thought would always be there, the ones I trusted to have my back, started to drift. The warmth in our conversations faded. The invitations became less frequent. Until one day I looked around and realized I was alone. One evening I sat in my apartment scrolling through my phone. There were still messages from my guy friends. Memes, casual updates. But none of them asked how I was doing. Not really. None of them noticed the emotional weight I was carrying, or how my relationship was unraveling. And that's when it hit me. Had I ever truly mattered to them the way I thought I did? I had spent so much time proving that I could have it all. Unwavering friendships, an independent spirit, a perfect balance, that I never stopped to ask if I was holding on to something real. The truth was painful. The bond one thought I had with my guy friends was shallow. The foundation I had built my life on was crumbling, and I had been too blind to see it. And worst of all, in my stubbornness, in my need to prove something, I had pushed away the people who truly cared. My boyfriend, my real friends, the ones who saw me for who I was. Not just a fun presence, not just a casual friend, but a person worth knowing, worth loving. The hardest part wasn't losing them. It was losing myself. I had become so focused on maintaining my sense of control that I forgot what truly mattered. I thought strength was about standing my ground, about never compromising. But real strength is knowing when to let go. It's knowing that you can't have everything, and that sometimes balance isn't about holding on. It's about making choices that nurture the relationships that matter. I had spent so much time proving my independence that I failed to see how I was isolating myself. Now, as I sit in this quiet room, reflecting on the wreckage of my choices, I understand. I can't change the past. I can't undo the moments where I should have listened, where I should have been more aware. But I can change how I move forward. I've learned that sometimes, We don't see the cracks in our own lives until everything shatters. But that doesn't mean it's too late. It just means that next time I'll be more careful about who I trust, about where I invest my energy, about how I define myself. Because in the end, what matters isn't just the people around you. It's being honest with yourself. So if you're listening to this, wondering if it's too late to fix things, I promise you it's not. Take a step back. Reevaluate your relationships. Ask yourself if what you're holding on to is worth what you're losing. And most importantly, learn to let go of what no longer serves you, before you lose yourself too.